I'm Marie.
Standing here on the balcony of my penthouse, sipping wine and watching the city lights, it's hard to believe how far I've come. The man who once promised me a lifetime of love is now just a memory, and the woman who stole him is facing the consequences of her actions. It all started back in 2008 at Stanford University. I was a shy 18-year-old freshman hailing from a middle-class family. My parents were hard, working, and honest people. My father was a mechanic, always with a kind word and a strong work ethic. My mother was a schoolteacher, nurturing and patient. I met Ethan at a club meeting. He was a 20-year-old sophomore from a wealthy family. His father was a successful entrepreneur, and his mother was a socialite. Ethan had a quiet confidence that was magnetic. That first smile of his, I thought it was a sign of destiny. We spent countless late nights studying at the library and went on coffee dates in the cold. After 5 years of dating, we got engaged and married in 2015. The early years of our marriage were idyllic. Ethan started a tech startup, and I worked at a financial firm. Our families adored us, and our friends envied our relationship. By 2023, we had bought our dream house in the suburbs of San Francisco. Ethan's company was on the verge of going public, and my career was also on an upward trajectory. We were planning to start a family, and I secretly planned a trip to Europe to celebrate our 15-year journey. But then, cracks started to appear. Ethan was away from home more often, citing business meetings and networking events. He'd bring back gifts and say he was sorry for being busy, but those words that once melted my heart now left a bad taste. I tried to push away my doubts, but the unease grew. One rainy evening, when Ethan said he had a late meeting, I saw his phone on the table. A message popped up from Lily, a 22-year-old intern who had joined his company 3 months ago. It said, "I missed you so much, counting the hours until tonight." My world shattered. I opened the other conversations and read their messages filled with promises and affection. I looked around our home, once full of laughter, now silent. I realized Ethan had betrayed not just me physically, but every memory and promise we had. I vowed to make them pay. I started observing Ethan with cold precision. I noticed the changes in him. The extra attention to his appearance, secret smiles at his phone, and late-night excuses. One night, while he was in the shower, I opened his laptop. The password was still our anniversary. In the hidden photo album, I found pictures of him and Lily at places he had promised to take me. I created a fake Instagram account and followed Lily. She was careless, and her public posts were full of hints about their relationship. I documented everything. One day, I tailed Ethan and saw him with Lily at a fancy Italian restaurant, looking like the perfect couple. From that moment, I became a different person. I started by quietly transferring parts of our joint assets into my own investments, disguised as high-risk ventures. I also spread rumors about his company's financial instability among his partners and investors. At the same time, I hired a private investigation team to gather proof. 3 months later, the rumors took their toll. Major investors pulled out, and contracts were postponed. Ethan grew irritable, but I still played the perfect wife. After his birthday, I sent the evidence to his largest shareholders. The next morning, he was summoned to an emergency board meeting. He came home pale and panicked. A month later, Ethan was suspended from his executive role, and the company's stock plummeted. His world was falling apart. I waited until Ethan hit rock bottom before dealing with Lily. I sent all the evidence to the Student Affairs Office at the University of California, where she was pursuing a master's degree. Her scholarship was revoked, and she was suspended. I also spread the news in her small town where her parents, who were respected local business owners, faced a huge blow to their reputation. Lily sent me a hate-filled email, but I replied with, "You brought this on yourself." Less than 3 months after Lily's expulsion, Ethan's entire world collapsed. He lost his company, his wealth, and his health. He was diagnosed with late-stage stomach cancer and had no health insurance because Lily had canceled it to save money. He sold everything he had, but it was not enough. Lily left him, and he spent his last days alone in the hospital. One cold winter morning, he passed away. After his funeral, Lily faced a harsh reality. She had no degree, no job prospects, and a tainted record. She took low-paying jobs, lost her apartment, and was alone. I left San Francisco and moved to Sacramento. I invested in a small startup in financial consulting and became one of the major shareholders. I met Ryan at a financial conference. He was kind, thoughtful, and different from Ethan. We started a relationship, and he proposed to me. Now, I'm living a life full of love and freedom. Looking back, I know that the pain I endured was a turning point. It made me stronger and helped me find my true self. I no longer hold any resentment. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned and the new life I've built.